1. There's going to be a big change to this season. Nothing too drastic, but here's what I'm going to do. To add a little bit of realism to this season, I'm upping the difficulty to advanced, which means my enemies will be a little bit more tougher than they were in the previous seasons. But not only that, every single time I'm destroyed, I'll incur some damage, whether it's on the ground or in space. So for instance, if you see me be destroyed, if you look on the lower left hand, well, not the lower left, but the mid left section, right above the text block, I'll incur some kind of damage. It could be as simple as impulse damage, projectile weapon damage, or in worst case scenarios, bridge failure damage. So, as of this season and onward, I'm planning on doing that to add a little bit more realism to this. While exploring the different aspects of the Trill Society, we received new orders from Starfleet Command. Let's start this new season off with a bang, shall we? Echoes of Light.
We've been in regular contact with the Lukari, and they've recently unveiled a new starship designed for space exploration. They're eager to head out into the unknown, and they've asked us to give them a hand. Starfleet has decided to send you to assist them in their first voyage beyond their home system. This is an exciting time for the Lukari. Watch over them and help them to see the value of space exploration, and let them make discoveries and follow their sense of wonder. Just don't let them get in over their heads.
Sounds simple enough. Alright then. Let me make that a primary mission real quick so it shows up. Okay, setting course for the Lukari system now. Maximum warp. As I stated before, with me upping the difficulty, it means that my enemies will be a little bit more tougher, so there's a chance that you'll see my character or my ship die more times than usual. Which, as I said before, is why I'm adding a little bit of realism to it. And every single time I complete a mission, I'll check to see what damage I sustained and decide whether or not I can hold off on repairing, or if I have to desperately need to go to a starbase. But this way I feel like you'll enjoy this season because it'll be a little bit more interesting. We shouldn't have to deal with any time travel incidents anymore. This entire season is slotted as New Frontiers, which could mean a new phase of exploration for the Federation. And in this episode, for instance, we're assisting the Lukari in their first deep space exploration away from their home system. Which for us is exciting because we go back to being go back to our roots of being explorers. Let's begin Echoes of Light, shall we? If you don't remember the Lukari, we encountered them in the Season 2 episode, well, not Season 2, but Season 8 episode, where we were finding out why their son was dying. In this instance, they've come a long way since then and have developed at least one type of starship that can go up to a warp speed. Looks like they have some company. Very well, Helm, take us to the Lukari ship.
My dear friend Kamarka.
Not him again.
How much I can help.
I try not to think about you at all, Margaret.
If not me, consider my wealth of useful contacts. For a small fee, I thought I'd seen the last of you. That is to say, we meet again.
Damon Madron. Fortunately for you, our business is with Lucaria today.
Oh, come now. I'm sure we can reach an agreement that is to everyone's liking. I'm prepared to offer you an exclusive, once-in-a-lifetime investment opportunity.
Cut the channel.
Thank you. That insistent Ferengi has been trying to make new trade deals with us since he first visited our system. Oh, everything he tries to sell is either broken or worthless.
No problem. You look well, Captain.
Thank you. It's good to see you again, and under much better circumstances. You'll be happy to know that our star remains stable. We've not seen any Tholian ships since the incident, thankfully.
Well, that's good to hear.
The decision to explore was somewhat controversial, however. Many Lucari were resistant to the notion. We settled this moon long ago, after we were forced to leave our dying homeworld of Kentar. It was a difficult journey for us. Once we found our new home, no one was very excited about space travel.
Understandable.
Still, the exploration initiative passed. Considering my experience, my people have chosen me to command the LSS Concordium. It was an honor I proudly accepted. Our ship is ready to go, and you are.
Before we do, tell me a little bit more about your ship.
While we have some catching up to do, we've engaged the best engineering minds of our world to modify this vessel. I'm quite proud. We've done a lot in a very short period of time. We've added some of your defensive technology to this ship, as well as some warp drive upgrades. The Concordium is now capable of sustaining a top speed of just over warp 4.
In our instances, that'd be a little bit slow, but it's a nice starting point for you and your people.
Our collaboration with your engineers has been quite inspirational. We've started work on a starship of our own design. One of many to follow the Concordium to the stars. Our ship is ready to go, and you are.
Very well, let's proceed to our destination.
For our maiden voyage, I've chosen a star that is close enough to be within reach, but still just outside the area of space that you've explored, and obviously one that we haven't visited yet. According to your star charts, it's a yellow-white star called 20 Draconis.
Very well then. Navigation, prepare a course.
This isn't over. Believe me, the next deal we make will be on my terms.
Shut up, Madron. Very well. Helm, warp to 20 Draconis system. Let's get the Lucari started on their first maiden voyage.
We've arrived on the outskirts of the system. There's a large field of rocky debris and asteroids. We're picking up various metals and crystalline formations. Should we approach one of the larger asteroids and take some more readings?
Yes, we'll head to one of the larger asteroids and scan it. A crystalline asteroid. Coming to a full stop. Preparing to scan the asteroid.
Readings coming in now. Large quantities of silicate, hematite, hafnium, iridium. Crystalline structures appear to be the result of deposits created under a heavy impact. Perhaps this asteroid was part of a larger one that broke up in a collision. Heading deeper into the field may yield more clues.
I agree with you, Captain. Let's head deeper into this field.
Sensors are picking up some movement on the far side of the asteroid. Not simple orbiting debris either.
With the past instances, I'm wondering to go to yellow alert. They don't appear threatening.
Cosmozoans! They're beautiful. Do you have any information about them?
Yes, they're called Gekli. We're sending you data files on them now.
Intriguing. The Gekli communicate using radio waves and feed on dust particles and energy emissions. And, it seems an adjustment of our EM band is in order. I don't like the idea of the Concordium becoming a Gekli food source.
Agreed. We're adjusting our Onium band down to 0.002 cycles as well. Remodulate power systems.
We've adjusted our power systems. I'd like to gather more data on the Gekli before we move on. Any suggestions?
Well, we could tag them with a subspace data transmitter.
An excellent idea. We'll be able to track their movements and learn more about their migratory patterns and feeding habits. We'll need to get close in order to attach the tags safely.
Yeah, and with minimal force.
Data's coming in from the Gekli. I'd like to expand the number of tagged subjects to optimize data collection. Let's get close enough to slip in with a pod and join them in their swimming.
That's going to be a chore for my navigation, but I trust my helmsman. Don't want to go too fast or too slow either. There's some newborns, there's some adults, and there's some elders. As soon as we get into their formation, I'm slowing to half speed. Okay, switching to half speed now. Trying to get in their formation's a little bit tricky, but we'll get there. See if this will work. Bump our speed up just by 1. We gotta get close to that one adult Gekli. Slowing to half speed. Make that 3/4 speed.
We're getting close-up readings from all of the creatures.
Slowing to half speed as they keep on turning.
They're treating us like one of their own. They're trying to talk to us with their radio waves. That was incredible. What a singular experience. We've spotted a larger group of them in an area not too far from here. This looks like a feeding ground for several Gekli pods. Let's go have a look.
Alright, we're setting a course now to the feeding grounds. This is not the first time that Starfleet's encountered the Gekli. According to research notes, the USS Enterprise D encountered one several years ago. It's nice to know that the Yellow Springs happens to encounter them as well. We are, after all, a ship of exploration. A small impulse jump might do it.
There are signs that several Gekli pods frequent this area. There's a lot of dust and particulate matter, but we can't see how the asteroids are getting broken down. I think there's something we're not seeing on the visible spectrum. Your ship has a stronger deflector than ours. Can you emit a particle wave? We could use that to illuminate things that might be happening in different spectra.
Alright, we're about ready to adjust our deflector to emit a multi-spectrum particle wave. Coming to a full stop though before we do it. Activate the deflector pulse.
There's some kind of subspace shearing here. It's causing cosmic strings to snap off and break up the asteroids. That must be why the Gekli feed here. There's plenty of particulate matter for them to consume in the debris fields. I think we've collected some solid data here. We're ready to move on when you are.
Very well then, let's see what lies ahead of us. Warping to the next area.
Sensors are reading a swarm of comets passing by this stellar body. They look to have an orbital period of about 173 of your standard years. I'd like to know if they came from outside of the system and were caught in its gravity, or if they originated here. Shall we take some scans?
That's a good way to begin. Let's scan this comet first.
This comet is mostly ice and dust. There are indications that the cometary matter formed around a magnetic core. The other comets may be more interesting. Let's move to the other comets and study them closely.
Agreed. There's at least 2 other comets we can check out. I don't want to utilize an impulse jump right now. I'm already getting close enough. Let's take a core sample of this comet.
Shows signs of magnetic radioactive matter. This comet may have seen some interesting particle fields in its wandering.
The magnetic core must help draw in material that forms the corona. Alright, let's set course for the next comet. Let's track to this comet and get some analysis from it.
Holding the comet, let us get some detailed readings about its emissions. Based on the structure of its silicate crystals, it's been in a pattern. It picks up energy from its trip near the star, then loses that energy as it loops past the planets. It's like ice melting and refreezing, but it seems to lose a large quantity of energy all at once near here. I'm not sure why. The radioactivity should be steady.
Perhaps something is draining energy. Let's keep looking.
These comets seem to have a long orbit that coincides with the orbit of a Class A planet nearby. I'd like to launch a probe and see if the cometary movements have had any impact on the planet.
Agreed. We're setting up a probe now. Launching probe. Waiting for the probe data now.
Probe data received. The planet is radiating a considerable amount of heat for its size. Nothing our shields can't handle, but I don't see any expeditions to its surface happening anytime soon. Curious. I'm picking up several large, moving sources of energy. Sensors indicate they're a life form of some kind. A cosmozoan, but not the Gekli. I'd like to study them if we can.
Let's see if we can get close enough to them without rousing any suspicion. This I will need to use an impulse jump. Just get on the other side of the planet.
Planet is geothermal in nature. Its surface is partially molten. No life forms detected planetside. Then again, it is rather warm down there.
Anyone going down there would probably be fried in an instant. I don't want to do another impulse jump this close to the planet. There they are.
There they are. Magnificent, aren't they?
They're like jellyfish. I've seen these before also. Ironically enough, the Enterprise D encountered them before too. Get close enough, but not too close.
The creatures are luminescent ovoids? I'm not sure how to describe them. They remind me of an aquatic life form native to Lucari Prime. There are little ones huddling close to the planet's atmosphere. They must use the heat and the planet's electrical discharges to survive.
We're sending you all the info we have on these creatures.
Interesting. These life forms were encountered by the USS Enterprise D on Deneb 4, someplace called Farpoint Station. They haven't been seen anywhere else since. We shouldn't harm them or their young. Let's transmit a greeting, then be on our way.
Very well then. We'll set up our communications array to send a greeting message. See how they respond. Communications, transmit the greeting message.
The color display must be a form of communication. I didn't realize that life forms could exist in this fashion, living off the heat of planets, feeding on the particles in space, absorbing radiation from the cosmos. There's so much to see. Let's head to the next planet in the system and see what's there.
Very well, let's warp out. No, I did not warp through the creature.
Are you seeing this? My sensors indicate this planet is completely devoid of any organic material. And yet, it has a breathable atmosphere and lies well within the system's habitable zone. Most curious.
I tend to agree. I think a closer look is in order, Captain.
I'm picking up residual levels of radiation. Oh my. I believe I know what happened to this world. Some kind of proto-matter wave happened here.
Proto-matter? But that's dangerously unstable.
Not if you know how to resolve the chaotic turbulence with a tarfine reduction. This was a recent event. Some kind of proto-matter incident happened, and it wiped out all life on the planet. I think we should send an away team down to learn more.
Agreed. I'll assemble a away team and I'll meet you down on the surface. So a proto-matter wave happened and wiped out all life on this planet. Could be a simple accident, or was it deliberate? We don't know how far advanced these people were before they were extinguished. It's not a violation of the Prime Directive to beam down when there's no one down there to disrupt. But it still is a mystery.
Oh, not sure I'll ever get used to transporters. Let's see. Initial scans suggest this area used to be inhabited, but I can't find a single trace of organic matter. None. I see some carvings on those canyon walls. Let's take a look.
The pillar near the canyon wall looks interesting as well. Nothing but dust and rock.
The walls of this canyon were worked by tools. I'm sure of it. Sentient life forms lived here. Until the proto-matter detonation. This pillar here, it seems to be a sign pointing to that canyon. Perhaps a pathway there leads to a settlement of some kind. I'm reading metallic objects there as well. Shall we take a look?
Agreed. Might lead more clues to this mystery.
Look, there's some kind of large structure further down the canyon.
Looks reasonably intact.
Look at the size of that plaza.
It's enormous.
These people must have had quite a developed culture. Let's take some readings up there.
Quite a developed culture, yes, but not developed to the point of our technology.
This looks like a town square or ceremonial center of some kind. I see some murals on the far side of the square over there by that arch. I'd like to examine them. They might tell us more about this place.
More clues. Help us figure out what happened. These murals remind me of ancient Egypt.
These murals depict people bringing some objects to this place. Crystals or gems, I believe? They built their settlement around this site. I believe it was a place of great significance to them. The next mural may hold more clues for us. Let's have a look. This mural depicts the construction of this large structure. I suspect it was a temple or a place of contemplation for the people. The crystals were revered by the locals, perhaps even worshipped by them. We'd better have a look at the next mural, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's starting to make sense now.
The crystals depicted in this mural appear to be growing for some reason. I wonder if this is a symbolic or literal representation of events. Perhaps the structure needed to be modified to hold the volume of crystals they collected over the years.
Crystals may have also grown through natural means as well.
Quite the enigma we found here. I suspect there's more to be found inside. Getting there will be a challenge, however. According to my scans, these pillars are connected to some kind of massive mechanical structure. Probably the peak of technology for these people. I believe it's some kind of opening mechanism for the structure's door.
Is there any way we can open it by deploying some kind of device or even using our tricorders?
We could probably force it open, but that could damage the structure, and too much force could even collapse it entirely. I suggest we create a holographic forensic reconstruction.
A holographic recreation of local life?
Yes, it would be based on analysis of things like footprints, wear patterns, and local construction. We can learn what people did here, how they went about their lives, and how they made the device work. We'd be watching a replay of history, roughly speaking. Let's start by gathering information from relics and leftover traces of the people who once lived here.
Alright, let's spread out, see what we can find. I'm also going to cycle my camera distance just a little bit more so I can be seen. Here's some interesting artifacts here. Let's gather some forensic data.
These artifacts were used with opposable thumbs and indicate a likely handspan of 22 centimeters.
Up here appears to be some footprints.
Based on these footprints, these people had a stride that places them at about 1.6 meters on average.
I hope everyone here is doing the math because I don't know all this. Last bit of forensic data.
The wear patterns here show us that people leaned against here frequently. This was a meeting and gathering area.
Alright, Captain. What's your analysis?
Strange. These relics should be covered with dust and sand, worn away by time and wind. But they're all uncovered. No organic matter left, and everything left behind in its place. Frozen in time, like...
Like these people died recently.
Yes. The evidence seems clear. The proto-matter detonation happened only weeks, perhaps even days ago. We're going to need to make an accurate simulation to continue our studies here. I suggest using modified pattern enhancers to do this.
Alright, we'll set them up.
Enhancers online. The signal is strong and clear.
You'll see why I zoomed out my camera a little bit more. Gotta set up 4 of these.
2 down, 2 to go.
She's trying to create a holographic reconstruction, and to do so, we can find a way to open that door.
That's 3. 1 more and we'll be ready.
It has something to do with this plaza area right here. It has to.
That's the last one. All enhancers online and standing by. Alright. The enhancers should give us pretty good image range. Your tricorder can then act as the center of the network control for the enhancers. I can tie in my data to your tricorder whenever you're ready. Get a little close to the center of the square so we can see what happens.
Agreed. This is what the holographic reconstruction looks like.
Note that the alien is using the pillars in a specific order.
Using them in that particular order might make the door open.
They're making the murals match up on each pillar. Looks like some kind of functionary, priest or bureaucrat, I think, would unlock the door by turning the murals on the pillars. The top mural on each pillar seems to be locked in place for reference. We should follow the order they used on the pillar murals. If we can turn them correctly, I believe we'll unlock the door.
And perhaps even answer some questions we already need. Alright, now that I got all that, let me bring my camera back out the distance. So it started right here. Lowering the simple mix and match.
Do you hear that? That's the first pillar set in place. That's 2 pillars set into place. Three pillars are locked in now.
One more to go. And there we go. Wait just a second.
That's it! It's working! Well done! Shall we see what secrets this building holds? I think I see another mural inside the doorway. We should take a look at it.
Agreed.
Isn't that the symbol of your Starfleet? How did it get here? How could it be in a temple of people who don't even have electricity, much less space travel? This is getting stranger by the minute. We should search the temple for more murals.
Agreed. This could be really interesting. What is a Federation symbol doing down here on a planet that we don't even know about?
Those people in the picture, they don't look like the others.
They're from Starfleet, but Starfleet of the 23rd century.
What happened here? If Starfleet officers contacted this civilization in the past, why wouldn't you have a record of it? We should head deeper into the temple and continue our search.
Agreed. Time to search for more answers.
I think the panel on the wall here can be pushed to open something. Those inner doors across from the panel are opening. What is all of this?
Unclear. Let's go ahead and scan for clues.
According to my tricorder, we've reached ground zero. This is where someone detonated the protomatter bomb. From here, a self-propagating cascade of proto-energy radiated outward in all directions, washing over the entire planet.
Could this have been a failed terraforming project?
Doubtful. I believe what did this was built specifically as a weapon. There's no new ecosystem. All life was eliminated. I'm picking up a residual energy signature here. Take a look. 16 centimeter wavelength with a slight kaon leak. I've seen this before. It's a byproduct of Zenkethi technology.
Zenkethi? Here? Very well. Give me a site-to-site transport directly to the station. Keep the Lukari ship protected at all costs. A space station, huh? Why do I get the feeling this is going to get even more strange? Could it get any stranger? Considering the job that we handle, it could just get that. An old K-Series Federation Deep Space Station. There's a placard over on the wall. Let's see if there's anything recognizable. Deep Space K-13. Lost in time and space. K-13 was originally in the Beta Quadrant, but it's now in the Alpha Quadrant.
You're trespassing. I'm claiming this station as salvage, along with everything in it. A little piece of history like this will be quite the vacation site. Experience life on the final frontier at Modron's K-13. But I digress. Unless you're here to discuss leasing opportunities, I suggest you beam off my station.
It's not your station yet, Madron. I think I'll take a look around.
Careful. This old beauty needs some
And I'd like to see it, nothing happen to them.
Fair warning. My Nausicaan guards aren't very fond of intruders.
Very well. Yep, she's definitely old. 23rd century design. What happened here?
Scalpopods, do you? Consider their living contents a promotional bonus.
Nausicaans. Bounty hunters and mercenaries. Madron wasn't kidding. Some Nausicaans are even joined the Klingon Empire. Okay, we already dealt with the Nausicaans here. See if we can override the security fields. Anything else in the computer? Alright, let's hear the last entry.
Chief Engineer's Log. Supplemental. By my account, we've been hurled back in time to the 16th century. To make matters worse, we're a very long way from the Deneva system. None of our shuttles are warp capable. And even if we could get to Earth, we'd be in the wrong time. In short, we're stuck. There's nothing to do now but wait and try to conjure up a way to get back to the right time.
Let's see what else we can find in the other lab.
The fines for trespassing are quite severe, and I plan on collecting them.
There's another computer console right here.
Chief Engineer's Log, March 18th, 1570. Had a discussion this morning with security about our Klingon prisoners in Brig. We can't just leave them locked up, or execute them, or exile them on the planet below. Setting them free isn't a popular notion either. We're still looking for options, but I think the stasis pods we have in medical will come in handy real soon.
They're definitely from the 23rd century. Maybe more logs will indicate how they got here. I don't care if he is a heavy marine. I fought worse. Yep, the doors are still locked. Let's get to that other lab. Maybe we can access these doors. Wouldn't be surprised if there are Nausicaans in here. Yep. Deploying subspace mines. This will get their attention. Fall back. Alright, it wants to fight. I don't want to kill you, but you leave me no choice. Especially since it's hand-to-hand combat. You want hand-to-hand combat? Here it is. The rest we'll take down with the weaponry. Okay, let's get this, lock out the main computer. Any more information? Play the log entry.
Chief Engineer's Log, April 17th, 1570. Today we visited the planet we're calling Draconis 3 to collect supplies. The good news, there's a humanoid civilization down there. The bad news, a potential Prime Directive violation. Our landing party was seen beaming in by some of the locals. We're hoping that doesn't impact their culture in any way. One thing's for sure, they can't help us go home. Their tech level is Bronze Age at best.
Let's secure the central hub of the station.
Trying my patience is going to cost you dearly.
Another log entry possible.
Chief Engineer's Log, August 6th, 1570. The Warp Booster Sled project is officially a bust. When we tried to spin up the coils, we couldn't get a stable warp field. Yashvi and Arlington managed to shut it down and stop a breach, but the shuttle's impulse drive is shot. I hate giving up, but we just don't have the parts we need to make it work.
Looks like they tried to get back home. Here are those stasis pods. To think, these people are still alive. We're in.
Personal shield losing power. Flanking damage detected.
Ah, this elite raider looks like he wants a hand-to-hand combat. Oh, he deployed some of his own mines. Come on, go down.
Personal shield losing power.
I could have had him, but thank you anyway. Oh, look at that. I got an accolade for it. Defeated 100 Nausicaans.
Chief Engineer's Log, July 9th, 1571. It's decided. Most of us are going into cryosleep. Those who stay awake, well, there's the rub. Going to live on a remote part of the planet below is likely, despite the Prime Directive issues. Staying here isn't viable. When the supplies are gone and the remaining power is in the stasis pods, anyone left is a goner. This station will be there too.
She said most of them went into cryosleep. I mean, some of them didn't. That might explain why there was pretty much pictures of our own Starfleet officers up there. Bringing up auxiliary power now. Anything else you can find? Alright, play the last log entry.
Chief Engineer's Log, July 26th, 1571. Most of us went into stasis this morning. There weren't enough pods for everyone. 3 of us had to stay awake. We drew lots. Vaughn, Sheridan, and I were the lucky winners. Since we're out of options, we've decided to go native and live out our lives under Conus 3. Hopefully, one day our records will be found, and the people of Station K-13 will be remembered.
Rule of Acquisition 431. When the shooting starts, let the mercenaries handle it. Handle this, Captain.
Ah, more of a challenge. Been looking for more of a challenge.
Trespasser. The sentence is down.
Yeah, try me. Beam us up, Yellow Springs. Go to red alert. We were on an exploration mission, and now look what it turned into. Can't we all get a break? I guess not. My ship and crew have fought so many times, we've lost track of how many enemies we defeated. Hopefully these videos will keep tabs on that.
I see you took out the Nausigans on my station. I'll just add their fees to your tab. I do hope you're good for it. Otherwise, I might have to take possession of that pretty ship of yours. Come to think of it, I'll be taking your ship anyway. Whether you're alive or not when I do is up to you.
You're welcome to try, Damon. I don't think you'll like the results, though. Battle stations. This is the part not only on their weapons, but also on their hull plating as well. Target his ship. I've just had about enough of Damon Madron. Come on, go down.
Not my engines! Those cost me more double hazard pay to whoever takes that ship down!
Ooh, a Talon battleship. Got me locked in a tractor beam. Ooh, they're hitting me hard.
That was quite an adventure. I knew Madron was greedy and treacherous, but I never thought he was willing to kill to get what he wants. In spite of that, I feel like we've learned so much out here, and for the better.
It's often like this, Captain. It can be dangerous, but it can also be filled with discovery.
Indeed. I'd say our first flight was a success. Now we need to share our discoveries with everyone back home. I hope today's events will convince my people of the continued need to explore and to be part of the galactic community. With luck, we'll do this again sometime, and soon. On behalf of the Lukari people, thank you.
You're welcome, Captain. Safe travels to you and your crew. Alright, Helm, depart the system. Warp 2. Let's send our reports to command.
I'm happy to hear the Lucari handled their first experience with space exploration well. There's talk of their desire to join the Federation, and from what I'm seeing, they'd be fine members. The mystery of Station K-13 has been solved, although the past violation of the Prime Directive by some of its personnel is a concern. Hopefully the crew preserved in stasis pods will be able to shed a little more light on that situation. Finally, this news of a Zenkethi protomatter weapon is disturbing. I'll be looking into it from all angles, diplomatic and military in particular. We've fought a war with them before, and I'd prefer avoiding another now.
Agreed, Admiral. Okay, folks, that was our first episode of the new season. I'll give you a sneak peek at episode 2 of Signs Importance.
The Lucari have discovered some unusual activity in an unexplored region of the Alpha Quadrant. The data suggests another weaponized use of protomatter, similar to what happened recently at Draconis 3. The Klingons have sent a ship out to assist with the Lucari investigation there, and we'd like you to join them. If the Zenkethi are involved, we need to know about it fast.
We'll be on our way, Admiral. Okay, folks, I hope you enjoyed episode 1. I will see you for episode 2. Until then, this is Captain Chris Dorn, signing off.